Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will talk about my favorite loadout in Chapter 6, Season 1. I have to admit, I really enjoy the games that we have in Chapter 6. There's so many new things and slowly but surely I get to know what new items we have and I'm ready to share what are my favorite items. So let's start with number 1. First, we have Twinfire Auto Shotgun. I really like Twinfire because it does some good damage and you have a lot of shot to get the enemy. And kinda, I guess on mobile, that really suits me. And I'm not saying it's like the best, like the punching, the damage wise, because I feel there may be some other shotguns, but considering that you have many more shots than all the other shotguns that we have in the game, I kinda like it and I'm doing somewhat okay with it. So for me, this shotgun is the best one. In the second slot, we have Surgefire SMG. I don't know why, but with me, with every new season, I love to have in the second slot SMGs. I'm not saying this one is the best one. Anyone remember Thunderburst SMG? That was a good one. But even here, Surgefire SMG ain't that bad. It does some good damage, and somehow in the second slot, I like to switch from this SMG to the shotgun. I always love to do that in whenever season we go. In this time, there's no difference, and I think it's solid, it's good. But every once in a while, I will maybe switch it up and not use SMG, but I will explain later on what I do. Then we have the HoloTwisterassaultrifle. It's really good. I love that we can zoom in, and especially because I'm playing on mobile, that helps me a lot so I can get the enemies from afar. Well, afar, medium, but for me it's just so good to have something like that. And sometimes if I would like have different items, I would have it in the second slot and I wouldn't have SMG, but usually I will always go with the assault rifle so I can like have those fights long range, and the Holo assault rifle is so good. I can't stress enough. I'm so happy that we have at least one of the guns that is like zooming in, because we don't have attachments, right? But I kinda don't miss it because we have this assault rifle and it's really good. In the fourth slot, I like to use healing items. This time, Chug Splashes. I think they're one of the best. Well, I like Slurp, but in regular games, zero build, right, we don't have them. So Chug Splashes are definitely my favorite to go. You can heal like wide damage, you can get shields, and especially like if you're playing in a team, you can heal your teammates. So I really love them. It's definitely one of my favorites. I mean, the other healing items, like if you need a med kit because you were stuck in the storm, if you need shields, minis or big pots, they're not that bad. But usually if I can choose, I will go for Chug Splashes all day, every day. Then in the last slot, I have mobility. And this time, Shockwave Grenades. I really love it. It's been one of my favorite mobility since I tried them. I don't know, was it in chapter 4 or 5? But as soon as we got them, like I started playing chapter 4, I think. So as soon as I got them, I was like, okay, it's kind of tough, but I need to practice. And once you learn them, it's so easy. It's really good. If you're like running away from the storm, if you're running from the enemies, if you're trying to tag the enemies, I mean, it's so good. And like if your teammates are down, you can like revive them, reboot them, and still have some mobility. That's really good, so handy, and it's just one of my favorite mobility of all time. But now I'm gonna mention two different mobility that are really good, but maybe I don't always use them, or like the problem is because I really like all of the 5 slots items that I mentioned. So sometimes I would maybe like switch out the second, so SMG. Sometimes if I don't have like heals, I will switch that out. But overall, those are my favorite 5 slots, 5 items. Definitely my favorite. But sometimes I would like to have Typhoon Blade, just because you're running like maybe not even out of the storm, even though sometimes that can be rough. But if you're just running across the map, it's really good to have it. I don't want to use all of my shockwave grenades, like especially maybe sometimes you don't even have 6 of them. But if you're running out of the storm, you can quickly go out of it. So Typhoon Blade and shockwave grenades combined together, it's really good, I think. Void Mask. The thing with Void Mask is I'm not that good with it, so I don't really like to use them, but they're not bad. And I think maybe I just need some practice, and I really think I want to mention it here because I think they are important. The mask is kind of new thing for me, so I'm still not the best at it, but I've noticed some players like are doing really good with it, and even with attacking or like running away from the enemy, they can be really good. But I don't want to like say too much here because I'm still practicing with them, and because I'm just used to shockwave grenades, I really wanna put in my 5th slot shockwave grenades. And even if I have only 2, I will usually I will use shockwave grenades over the mask, right? But I think it's important to mention all of the mobility that we have in the game currently because they're all really good. So I think maybe just what you prefer and what you're the best with, because honestly the way I see some of my friends or the enemies using that mask, like really good, but I guess for me I'm the best with shockwave grenades, or I feel more comfortable, should I say, right? So what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you have different loadout? Do you prefer some other items, some different shotgun? Do you more comfortable with different mobility? Tell me in the comments below. Let's start the conversation down below. And at the end, I want to thank you all for watching. If you like my content, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye!
I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late.